Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. I am Lloyd Molina, and with me is Sir Ronilo Labrador, and today we will be reporting to you about the Introduction to Sacred Scripture course. So we'll give you a glimpse of what is the Introduction to the Sacred Scripture course is all about. So perhaps we will be giving to you the objectives of the course, the description, uh, the focus of the course, the learning expectations that we should have, the possible resources, possible outline, and of course, the importance of sacred scripture in our study of theology. Okay, so let me proceed to my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, Introduction to Sacred Scripture course. What is its course description? First of all, this course is a study of sacred scriptures in a general perspective and a glimpse on the foundation of a Christian living. Okay, so it also aims to study the nature and purpose in the light of church teachings. And last but not the least, the scope of the course will be limited to the meaning, the major divisions, the canonicity, divine inspiration, the ways of interpretation, and its history and developments. What are the objectives of this course? The students are enabled to, first of all, about the doctrine, explain the nature and purpose of the sacred scripture. On the moral part, enumerate the concrete ways on how to live out the call by God through sacred scriptures. And of course, the worship part, which is the approach or to approach God in prayer through the scriptures. Okay. What about the expectations of this course? So, in addition to regular attendance, no, and the completion of assignments, the following elements are required for the successful completion of this course. Okay, the students should expect to spend 2 hours, no, minimum 2 hours in preparation, and at least 6 hours of reading and reflection, which are required per week on average. Okay, the students must ensure they have access to the internet, so we are utilizing the internet, and to email account, and the class announcements and some resources will be posted using the university's portal. And many good articles can be accessed online through the library system. Students are also expected to keep careful track of assignments and due dates. The assignments are spaced in order to give students adequate time for completion. So it is each student's responsibility to keep due dates in mind and to plan well ahead. Exploring the Bible in a critical manner generates lots of questions. However, the students know during a lecture, the students are asked to note their questions and wait until a suitable pause rather than interrupting the instructor. So you have to wait, no, for the instructor to say that it is time for you to ask questions. So this allows the instructor to cover material in an organized fashion, and sometimes you will find that your question will be addressed along the way. Okay. How about the assessment rules or guidelines? No, the participation and attendance is 10% of the total grade. Okay, the following comprise your participation and attendance grade. So first is the attendance. Weekly attendance is mandatory. Students must provide valid excuse for all absences. For example, you have this significant illness. Okay, that's a valid reason. Uh, on participation, preparation for and active and informed participation in class discussion is a major aspect of this component of your grade. Since students interact with material in different ways, various kinds of participation will be noted towards your grade. For example, listening attentively, asking questions. So you will be given points to that, no? Even by email, and making comments are all good ways to demonstrate that you are thinking critically about the material. So during the class, you're expected to listen attentively, uh, ask questions, no? So that your professor or your instructor uh, will see that you are interested. And during the semester or the term, no, we have this meeting with the instructor. So all students must schedule a 10-minute meeting with the instructor before the midterm exam in order to touch base about the endeavor of biblical studies and to reflect on the journey thus far. Okay, so we'll have this 10-minute meeting with you, no, students and instructor. Then you are also expected to have a library research assignment, no, that is 15% of your total grade. The goal of this assignment is to expose you to the wealth of resources available to biblical studies through the library system. Students are asked to select a single biblical passage of no more than 10 verses and find 4 to 5 resources in the library system that pertain to this passage. Your chosen materials must include at least one of the following types of resources. First, one article or essay, one biblical commentary, one encyclopedia or dictionary entry, and one book. Then the part one of that library research assignment will be using these resources. You will provide an annotated bibliography, no? Briefly describing why each resource is relevant to your chosen passage. So you will do 3 to 4 lines with that. Bibliographic citations must follow the, in our case, APA style. Part two of the research assignment will be, the assignment should be type written, double spaced, 12 uh, font. The size of the font is 12 and no more than 5 pages in length. Another part of your grade is the midterm exam. This will be 20% of your total grade. So this will be a mixed format exam. We have the multiple choice, definitions, short answer, passage and identification that will evaluate students on the material covered. Okay. We have also the Sunday lectionary analysis, which will also be 20% of your total grade. So students will choose from the Sunday readings and submit a written response of 1 to 2 pages. Your analysis will consist of 2 parts. First part is a brief outline and discussion of the readings that demonstrates an engagement with the reliable secondary sources and part two is a description of how you would present this material to a pastoral group of your choice. Like for example, the congregants at mass, children's program, a parish study group. Okay, that is what is desired is not the text of your homily or presentation, but rather a description of how you would distill the exegetical scholarly information to something your audience could understand. So part of that, the purpose of that is to for you to level your lecture or your the assignment to the audience. Okay. Okay. What materials might employ you? What questions do you think your audience might have? What strategies will you use? How would you address them? Okay. So more guidance for this assignment will be provided in class. And lastly, okay, we have the final exam. Okay. That is 30% of your total grade. A final written examination in mixed formats. We have the multiple choice, definitions, passage identification, short answer as essay. No, this examination will be held during the examination period after the end of classes and will be on the date set by the Dean of Theology. So that's a glimpse, no, with regards to the course description, the objectives, the expectations, okay, the assessment, no, of the introduction to sacred scriptures course, and that will be continued by my companion, Sir Ronilo Labrador. Once again, good afternoon to all of you.